you were discussing Michael Lucifer Coon. You were discussing Dr. King, Michael Martin Luther King and shit, and you were talking about how what prompted the Jews to take him out. And you were talking about the Union instead of just him getting caught up in the civil rights. He was talking about these unions instead.
Right. Okay. As I was telling you, look, what you seriously have to consider, okay? What you seriously have to consider when you think of this is this, okay? What Dr. King unfortunately did for himself, okay, was he created two instant enemies, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not one, but two instant enemies at the same time, okay? When he branched off, by 1966, when he started to branch off from talking about civil rights, and he's seriously focusing on human rights issues and human rights grievances, okay? He pissed off two camps, okay? Those two camps that he pissed off were, okay, of course, as I told you before, your younger arm of your civil rights groups and whatnot, but particularly his own, the SCLC, all right? He pissed those younger guys that were in there off because, as I told you before, they had reached a glass ceiling. Okay, the people that were in their late 30s and early 40s, some of them older, all right?
Yeah.
Big time reverends and pastors of these churches, like Ralph Abernathy, Dr. King, and others. Okay, how can they replace them? You know what I'm saying? Those guys were legends. Okay? It's very similar, to put it in context, it's very, very similar to, okay, you know, if you're a football fan like I am, okay, you're looking at Joe Montana, San Francisco 49er legend Joe Montana, who won 4 Super Bowls and was 4-0 in the 1980s, versus Steve Young. Okay, as talented as Steve Young was, you always had that camp that was like, Joe is God. Okay, and this is what they were all against, all right? The second faction that Dr. King really pissed off, okay, the second faction that he really, really pissed off was your, I'm sorry if it's a lot of noise, I'm inside the stand.
No, you're good. I don't even really hear it that much. You're good.
Okay. But the second faction that he really, really pissed off, as I told you, were wealthy Jews who were financing and backing the SCLC, SNCC, or the Student Nonviolent, the Student Nonviolent, I forget the last 2 letters in SNCC, losing my memory.
I thought Henry, Stephen Wise, and Stanley the Vision had my back, but they had bitch-ass Messy Jesse replace me. Go on.
But okay. He pisses them off because you gotta remember, these folks are also big-time backers of the military-industrial complex.
Right.
Okay? They've always made their bones playing both sides of a war. Okay? They've always had their hands, you know, they've always had their hand in both sides of a trade, like any sort of trade or negotiation that was taking place. All right. So when he does this, and he's instantly dedicating himself to vehemently talking against war, he created an instant enemy with them. Right? Now, as I was telling you before, who do you think would have the mindset? Okay. Who do you think will have the mindset as well as put the ball in motion to take this brother out? You think it was the younger ones? Okay, those younger brothers that was in there. You think they would have had the type of power, okay, to set this ball in motion? And as I told you before, look, they were definitely involved. Okay, it's quite obvious when you look at this thing. They were definitely involved, but they weren't masterminds of this thing. Okay.
Oh, it's the ones who look like Rick Rubin were the masterminds. The ones who look like Karl Marx.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they definitely weren't masterminds of this, of this hit. Okay.
That's why it was so convenient to use James Earl Ray. Use a white man from the South.
Exactly. Exactly.
Jews been tricking people since the days of the Klan and Albert Pike.
Right. Well, as I was telling you before, okay, they pulled their little Senator Palpatine move. For anybody that watched Star Wars back, the Senator Palpatine or the Sith Lord got in Anakin Skywalker's ear, said, look, okay, told them, look, okay, we're gonna take them out, okay? Sorry about that noise. Loud mouth ass.
You go, Brother Kel.
But yeah, they got in these younger members, okay, of these organizations, well, particularly the SCLC, and said, look, he has to go. All right? We're going to unequivocally, we got to take him out. All right? And they told them, look, we want you guys to literally step up. Yeah, we want you guys to step up and be the next leaders who basically take their place.
Hey, man, it's like Mahatma Gandhi said, man. Black people are only seen as a bunch of livestock. You see, Brother Kel, what I've noticed historically, and even as far as contemporary times we live in, black people are just made to be put in a comfortable position, to seem like they're doing service for the so-called black community, and then they bring you to the slaughterhouse to know that you're expendable at any given time. Like, I was thinking about something, Brother Kel. I was watching clips of Batman, just a whole bunch of clips of Batman, and I think about what he went through. Like, all the pain he went through of his parents being killed and just expressing and relating to other people who went through pain as well. Like, when I was just watching the little clips, and I'm thinking to myself, Batman, see, I look at the civil rights as somebody like Superman.
There you go. That's a perfect analogy. That's a perfect analogy right there.
Yep.
Now look.
Just like Kylo.
Okay. That's a perfect analogy.
And I was going to reference Robert F. Williams in that too. You bring justice by any means. I mean, it's kind of the whole Magneto, Malcolm X, Professor Xavier thing and Dr. King. Oh, continue, Brother Kel. I just had to say that.
No, that's cool. But think about that though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Those two factions, okay, the King transformed immediately into instant enemies
Yeah.
of himself. Okay. All right. The latter faction that I mentioned, okay, the wealthy Jews that were in charge of, corporations like General Electric and the others, all right, they went ahead. Yeah, they went ahead and they meet with this younger dog, take his name. Okay. Now they don't just take him out. They tell this younger crew, okay, you guys have to be political leaders from this point on. Okay, you got to run for these different offices. Okay, think about it. That was the first time. That point in history is the first time that you see a complete wave, okay, of all these blacks literally running for anything other than like a local town council or a local alderman. You just did not see that before.
Right.
Okay? I'm talking about running for congressional seats in specific districts. Okay? Look, running for Senate. Okay? All these mayoral candidacies that just popped up during, from that time period on. And as I told you before, have any of them deviated from that same keep hope alive, oh, we just got to pray to change message? Have any of them deviated from it?
Nope.
Right.
Now you just got a bunch of silly ass groups made by lesbian black. No, I'm sorry. By lesbian mulattoes like Yvette Carnell, the ADOS movement. Then you got silly ass Black Lives Matter being funded by Jews like George Soros. But they get mad at Robert F. Smith because he got some white chick as a model who's his wife. Don't even see the bigger picture, man.
Right. Instead of looking at the situation like, wait a minute, this man is willing to wipe off, a lot of debt. Okay. Hold on right here.
All right. Yeah, because I'm seeing too much shit change, and I'm seeing how these things are starting to blatantly affect the so-called black community. You got niggas like Tyler the Creator, Lil Nas X, and silly ass articles talking about bringing gay rappers. Like that made me think about that Boondocks episode with Gangstalicious. Like, I mean, I have my critiques on Aaron Magruder, but he did touch on a lot of focal points that you can't deny. Ironically, that Jew Vlad was on season 3, and he was talking about that shit with Lord Jamar recently. Figure I might as well just speak and not just let the time go to waste. As Brother Kel does whatever he has to do briefly, you know. Gotta moderate this shit properly. You feel me? But yes, the anti-heroes is where it's at, man. That mindset, that mentality, that Deadpool, Batman, take matters into your own hands. Cause even brothers like Sun Ra got that. Yeah, much respects to the creator, but at the same token, you don't wait for change to come like some Sam Cooke song. Nah, you make that change. You become that change, and then everything around you is going to manifest into that because you emanate that energy in your environment. But too many of these niggas act too effeminate. Therefore, you see a lot of detriment. You see a lot more chaos because women. There are two things women have an inclination to: it's a lust for power and chaos. It is what it is. It's fucked up, but that's what we just gotta find ways to maneuver through it. Because even though I say that, there's context to everything. Everything just needs to be moderated, everything just needs to be put in check, so to speak. Because in this world you can't do absolutely anything you want, but in the so-called black community ran by these weak ass single mothers, that's the notion. Yeah, what's up, Brother Kel? I had to talk to I had to talk on camera while you were doing what you had to do because I didn't want to just keep it rolling. Yeah, but I was saying.
You could do the interview over. But I was like really, really distracted inside the school.
Man, it's all good, Brother Kel. That still came out great.